everyone, and welcome to Radull Live. Today we are at the Nairobi Club where the Billie Jean King Cup is taking place. It is the World Cup of Tennis, and this is a major qualifier that Kenya is hosting. Twende. So I am with Wanjii Mbugua, Secretary General, Tennis Kenya. First of all, Wanjii, how are you feeling?
Excited.
Excited. The Billie Jean Cup is back. Tell me about the Billie Jean Cup and hosting it here in Kenya.
So the Billie Jean King Cup is the World
Billie
Cup.
Jean King. Yes. I am so sorry. Billie Jean King Cup.
It's such a mouthful. Everybody misses the king. But yes, you can also call it BJKC for short. But it is a World Cup of Tennis, and we are so excited to be hosting one of the qualifying rounds of the World Cup of Tennis right here in Nairobi, Kenya.
And it's the second time we are hosting.
Yes.
How was it last year compared to this year?
The second time we are hosting in 28 years.
Oh.
So we last hosted it in 1995, and this is the second time that we are hosting it.
And this time you've moved it to the Nairobi Club. Any reason why we've changed the venue?
Actually, the venue is the same. In 1995, during the Billie Jean King Cup, then known as Fed Cup, I was a player. And we played... I
pin her down. She knows her stuff.
We played it right here at the Nairobi Club.
So it was only last year you moved to Karen? Last year you did it in Karen?
So that was the W15. Yes, so that is a different tournament. Yes, that was the W15, which is semi-professional prize money event under ITF. But this one is the World Cup of Tennis.
So, how many levels of qualifiers do we go through? I'm trying to get people to picture the size of the Billie Jean King Cup. Okay,
so it's played by all countries who are members of the ITF. Ideally, so we have Group 4, then Group 3, Group 2, Group 1, and then the World Group, right? So this year is for the first time we have an Africa Group. So what we are hosting is an Africa Group 3 qualifier. So whoever wins this one is promoted to Euro Africa Group 2.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, and then?
And then from there you move to Group 1, still Euro Africa, and if you win that, then you get into the World Group, which is from all the top countries.
So for those who don't know much about tennis, this is a qualifier to the World Cup?
Yes, correct.
What does it mean to Kenya to host it?
Oh, it's huge. As you can see, we have left a wonderful legacy of clay courts because these are some of the requirements we are meant to fulfill to provide international standard facilities. And as you can see, this is a huge shindig thrown down the Tennis Kenya way. And it's huge. It's huge.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. So you have to do a bid process. And when you win, then you're allowed to host the event.
So tell me about some of the other countries that are participating, and then who are Kenya's biggest competition?
So we have countries from North Africa, east, west, south. We have Namibia, we have Botswana, we have Morocco, we have Tunisia, we have Nigeria, Ghana, and in East Africa we have Burundi, we have Seychelles, we have Uganda, yes, and also in the south we have Zimbabwe, and of course Kenya, yes.
Tell me about some of the members of the Kenya team.
So the Kenya team, we have Angela Okutoi, captain, and then we have Alicia Owegi, we have Rosalida Asumwa, and we have Cheruto, Cynthia Cheruto. And then on the junior side, who are now learning how to be in the team, but we've included them in the team, is Stacey Yego, who's 15 years old, and Melissa Mwaka, who's just 14 years old.
Melissa, she's the one who plays in Zimbabwe.
That is correct. She's our up-and-coming player. She plays in Zimbabwe because she partly lives in Zimbabwe. And just last week she won a J30 ITF event, and that's huge. So watch out for her.
Melissa
Mwaka.
Melissa Mwaka, guys, you heard it here. Melissa Mwaka, look out for her. So, what do you think our chances are this week?
Our chances are excellent. Today we are meeting the toughest country, the top-ranked country, that is Morocco. The girls are on court. Alicia is playing the second single, and I believe the captain will be fielding Angela Okutoi in the first single. And for Kenya, this is for the Kenya team. This is huge that we start with our toughest opponent on the first day. But the girls are ready. We have prepared them well. They have been in camp for the last 2-3 weeks. And they are ready. They're ready.
Tell me about how you have prepared financially, because that's always a challenge.
You mean before today?
Before today, before the opening, yes.
Before the opening, we of course we had limited resources. The ITF does give us a grant of $45,000, but this is
bigger than $45,000.
Right.
I can tell you
this is 4 times as much. And we've really had to look for sponsors. We've had quite a bit of sponsors, as you can see, and we're extremely grateful. Most of them in kind, but they've really helped us reduce our budget. Yes, yeah.
Generally speaking, outside of the tournament, tennis in Kenya, where are we in terms of the world? And what does it mean, what Angela's going through right now, what she's managed to achieve? What does that mean for Tennis Kenya going forward?
So for Tennis Kenya, first of all, for Angie, this is one of the times, this is one of the few times she's actually made it to play Billie Jean. Like last year, she was not able to play because she was playing at Wimbledon. Right? Oh. Yes. And she was meant to finish.
That is the best reason ever.
We thought she would finish, and then we fly her to Montenegro where they were playing. But the girl just kept on winning. So she never had a chance to join the team. So for Tennis Kenya, this is, I think we have a great team. We have a super great team, strong girls, happy, passionate, committed, and we're really looking forward to the future with them.
And the development of the youth system of tennis, do we have good programs in place? And what challenges are you facing?
So we have great programs in place. We have what we call the Junior Tennis Initiative, and this is our grassroots program. We are in about 40-something public schools in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, and Kakamega, and we are still looking to grow. So this is the base where all the players come in. Angela and Rosalida and Cynthia Cheruto and Stacey Yego. So 4 members of this team actually came from our junior system. We've known them since they were 6 years old, little tiny girls running around. But yes, so that's our development. From there, we have a national training center, national tennis center, and that is where we pick the best. And then we have training here at Nairobi Club. Sometimes about 3 times a week, they come here and play, and yeah.
And I know this is a girls' tournament. Where are we with the boys' side? I don't want to leave them out, even though they're not playing right now. Where are we in terms of the development of the game for the boys?
The boy child, as we speak, is a bit in trouble. But now we realize, a couple of years ago, we had concentrated so much on the girls. And so now we are really pushing the boys because we need them at the same level. We still have a great Davis Cup team. of Changawa and Ziggy and Kyle and Kian and so we do have we still have a strong Davis Cup team, but for the juniors we are really pushing them so that we are at par with the girls.
What can we do? What can the fans do? What can the corporates do? I would have expected, I mean, looking at the tournament today, I would have expected this place to be flooded with corporate partners. I think they don't realize the size of what you're doing in tennis in Kenya.
And that is very true. We are doing big things. We are one of the top countries in Africa, and nobody realizes it yet. So I'd like to appeal to them, give us a chance. This stadium will be full this week. So they're always asking us for numbers and eyeballs and I don't know what else. They are here. They are going to be here, and we have really good players. And if they can invest in them now, we'll have great players.
So when is the final of this event? Saturday?
So yes, the final is on Saturday. So between Monday and Friday, we play round robin matches. Then on Saturday, we have a playoff. So number one plays number one, 2-2, like that. So between number one, the winner goes up. Between number 6 and number 6, the loser is relegated to Group 4.
So what time on Saturday? What time on Saturday?
Saturday at 10. So every day the matches are from 10 to about 3. So please tell everybody to come.
Come see what's happening with team with tennis in Kenya. I'm very impressed. And I wish you all the best this week and beyond.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Carol.
All right, and when are we winning another Grand Slam? It's coming.
It is coming. It is coming. So as it is right now, Angie has moved to the senior levels. So she has to start gathering her points. So we are giving it 2 years. After this, she will go for some other ITF and world ranking points, just so that she can start building her ranking points. Yeah.
And I follow on social media, and what Auburn University does, she's getting exactly what she needed.
Exactly. She has everything she needed. When she came here, we were amazed. The girl is strong. She's powerful. So they've actually been really working her. And I can see she's playing a lot more matches. And she has a great coach. The coach even today sent the team, congratulations messages. She's so excited. She's following. So we really have a committed coach there. And we are able to work between our coach and her coach on her progress.
And I guess just to let parents know, if your child plays tennis and you're thinking, should she do it professionally or not, look at the opportunities Angela's getting.
Oh, yes, exactly. But the tennis is one of the greatest. Yes, the tennis gives, actually 3 of them, plus Alicia. Tennis gives the greatest opportunities, if you ask me. There are college opportunities. Our prize money is one of the highest. We are an equal opportunity sport, so men and women earn the same. So tennis is a great sport to join.
I knew I should have done something else in life. But thank you so much. Thank you for speaking to me, Wanjii Mbugua, the Secretary General of Tennis Kenya, and a force in tennis for so many years. I wish you all the best this week and beyond.
Thank you.
Oh, and thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right. Aya, how are you doing?
Good, and you?
Fine, thank you. First of all, welcome to Kenya. How's
Thank
your
you so
experience been so far?
So it's my first time here in Kenya. I'm enjoying it here. Also, I'm not really used to the course and the altitude, so I'm managing my game here. Yeah.
But despite that, you still won your first game. What was it like?
It was a really great match. I played against a good player, and also, yeah, it went well for me.
It went well for you. How are you expecting to perform in the week? You're ready?
Of course, we're ready. We're here to win. Come on. Yeah.
What do you think about the Kenyan facilities? The tennis facilities?
Yeah. It's really good. I like it. I like it for now, and I think I'm gonna like it until the end. Yeah.
And how would you compare Kenya and home? Of course, Morocco is home, but in
Yeah.
terms of the atmosphere and everything.
Well, I still didn't see Kenya,
Okay.
but it's a good, nice country also.
So
Yeah.
far. Well, who is your biggest competition here? Would that be Angela? Do you think you'll play her?
I don't think I'll play her, but my friend is playing her now. Of course, Kenya is a big team, and it's a tough match. So hopefully we're gonna win it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to wish you all the best and tell
Thank
you
you
welcome
so
to
much.
Kenya.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. So the tournament is well underway. We are going to take a short break now here at the Nairobi Club. When we come back, we're going to speak to a player, 14-year-old, who's Kenya's next big thing in tennis. And then, of course, one of the coaches as well to tell us more about the tournament. So now I'm here with Carol Oduor. Carol, how are you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you.
We almost have the same name.
Yes, yes. I've always had your name and I always thought.
You thought we were both Oduor.
Yes, until I went second time and it was Radull.
Radull.
But they're close, good enough.
They're good enough. They're good enough. And this Carol doesn't can barely play tennis. Carol Oduor is one of the tennis coaches. How many coaches are you? Who handle the national team?
We are quite a number. We are quite a number, from the ones who handle the very young ones to actually the ones who handle the seniors.
So how long have you been a coach, and were you a player before?
I've been a player like all my life.
Oh.
I've played a couple of Fed Cups, Billie Jean King now, and yes, then integrated and became a coach.
You know what? I reposted your story the other day. I've just remembered. It
Yes,
was on the
it is.
Tennis Kenya handle. And I'm like,
is.
wow! Ah! Okay, now I'm fanning. That Carol Oduor.
Yes, the Carol Oduor.
Okay, now I'm fanning. This is a superstar. You're a superstar. But now you're a coach. What is
Yes,
that like?
now I'm a coach. It's exciting. It's an exciting experience, but it's also quite nerve-wracking, especially when you have tight matches, when you really want to see something out of the child you're coaching. But it's a very good experience. I've loved it so far.
What does it mean to you to be coaching Team Kenya at a Billie Jean King Cup?
I'm actually not the coach. I'm more of the liaison at the moment, but I work with the captain now. Yes, he's my colleague. I think they're in very good hands. And me working with them before, I love this team. It's a team we've grown and seen when they were young. I've traveled with them a couple of times when they were young until they're 18. And I'm so excited that we are here, all of us now.
From the time you were playing until now, what are the differences you've seen in tennis and how it's being approached in Kenya? And what does it mean when we have players that are breaking through the ranks like Angela?
It's so exciting actually to see. Finally, we are being recognized. We never used to get this recognition a lot. And now it's really big. It's a big thing. I hope it can be bigger. We are hoping for sponsors to actually watch this space and come to tennis because it's now a big thing. And having clay courts, my God, we're going to have lots of tournaments. Tennis is going to grow even bigger.
What are you hoping to see this week based on the competition from other African countries?
When I saw the girls and we saw the entries, they're girls we've actually seen around. They're girls who've grown, we've played around. Angela has played against a lot of them. Even the team, Alicia and Cynthia and all of them, Rosie, have played actually against most of them. So it's we kind of know how they play. We've played with them in juniors. So I think it's just about toughening up a bit. And I believe we have a big chance. Playing at home, playing on clay, we have a very big chance.
What are your hopes and dreams for tennis in Kenya? For both girls and boys?
To grow bigger, to have a transition. At the moment, we really need the young ones to come up. We really need a lot of sponsorship to get the players to go out because it's a big problem. If we can get more of our players to actually play more tournaments, would actually be big. Luckily, we have clay courts now, so we are hoping we'll be hosting more tournaments to make to actually bring a bigger pool of players in.
And finally, your message to parents who have talented children and are like, no, focus on books, leave tennis.
Tennis is a great sport. Teaches a lot of discipline. Actually, most of the tennis players are bright people. I think all of us have degrees. All the coaches probably have degrees. So it's a great sport. It teaches a lot of discipline, respect. You also get to learn a lot around it. But most importantly, also parents need to be patient because sometimes they bring kids and they're looking for who was coaching Angela. But before the coach who took up Angela, there was someone down there.
Yes.
So for me, I'd really insist there's a lot of patience needed when you put your child in. Because it's a process.
It's a journey.
Yeah, it's a journey, and they need to trust the coaches, but also find the right coach through the Tennis Kenya Federation. Yes.
Tennis Kenya does a fantastic job. I keep saying that they're my favorite federation in this country. But thank you so much, Carol Adora, and I wish you all the best this week and beyond.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having us and coming to share the experience with us.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh. Hi guys, we're still here at the Billie Jean King Cup at the Nairobi Club, and I'm now joined by Melissa Mwatha. She's 14 years. Have I said your name correctly?
It's Melissa Mwaha.
Mwaha. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Melissa Mwaha. She's 14 years old and has already won international tournaments in tennis. Did you know that? Did they know that? Melissa, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First of all, when did you start playing tennis? How long ago?
I started playing tennis when I was 8 years old. I started from my school coach, so he kind of like invited me to come and go for extra lessons, and ever since then I started playing local tournaments, and I started traveling outside for other tournaments, and I started winning, and so I just developed an interest, and yeah.
A serious interest to take it professionally. You're currently based out of Zimbabwe though, but you're Kenyan?
Yes, I'm Kenyan, but I live in Zimbabwe, Harare, and that's where I train.
Yeah, because your mom was my schoolmate and she told me that we live in Zimbabwe, but she's coming for Team Kenya. Yes. What does it mean to you to play for Team Kenya? Was that ever your thought when you were starting to play tennis? Did you think one day I'm going to actually represent the country?
Well, when I started, I had no idea that I could reach this level, and I'm extremely grateful that I'm able to play here at this like huge level and to play against other players and watch them play and learn from them.
Tell me about some of the tournaments you've played for, because I understand last week you won something huge.
Yes, it was about 2 weeks ago from now. I played an international ITF tournament. It was a J30 and I won in the singles event, and then the next week I won in the doubles event. And also in the beginning of the year I played the zonals for East Africa and I won. I was the under-16 champion.
Oh wow, and you're just 14. Yeah. So what does it mean to be representing in this tournament, Billie Jean King Cup? How did you feel when you got the call up?
Oh, I was really excited. It felt amazing to like play with the the other older players from Kenya who are coming from the States, and it feels really good.
Yeah. And are you in the main team or you're a reserve? Do you know who you're playing against yet?
I know that we're in the first pool, and for now, I'm not really too sure. I think I'm in the team, like I could play, but I'm not exactly sure which matches.
Yeah. But it's still an honor to be here.
Yes, it still is.
What does it mean for you when you see people like Angela and what she's managed to achieve?
Well, it feels amazing, and hopefully I could be able to reach her level someday.
And beyond.
Yes.
And beyond. Because I'm sure it's an inspiration, because we never thought Kenyans would even, okay, we had a Kenyan many years ago in a Grand Slam, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
So when you see somebody playing at the Australian Open, Wimbledon,
so
you know,
nice to see.
Roland Garros, are those your dreams?
Yes, it definitely.
Which
is.
tournament are you looking for? Everybody has a favorite.
I'd say Australian.
Australian Open. Australian. Are you better in clay, on a clay court, or on a?
I think hard court, because in Harare I train on hard court, and I'm not used to clay.
You're not used to clay.
Yes, I rarely train on clay.
Oops, so this is a bit of a challenge for you.
Yes, but I'm sure I'll manage.
Yeah, but there's so many tournaments. You can skip Roland Garros. It's the main clay tournament. Yeah. Do you have? Does anyone else in your family play? I mean, how does your family support what you do?
My family is very supportive. They help me with like dropping me for tennis practice, for tournaments and stuff, and also like mentally.
Because mentally it's important.
Yeah,
How do you
tough.
balance tennis and schoolwork?
Well, I just have to like in sorry.
In terms of how many hours you have to train, and then you also have to focus on class.
Yeah, I'd say like I just have to find my time and manage my time well, because then I go for school first in the mornings, then in the afternoons that's when I go for training. Yeah. And then after that homework, and so yeah, I just have to manage my time.
So do you have much of a, I don't want to say social life, you're only 14. You mustn't have a social life. No, but do you have time to do what 14-year-olds do? Go to the mall, hang out, you know?
Yes, I do. Like I have my friends from school and also my friends from tennis. Like when we do travel for tournaments, we still find time to hang out with each other and go have some fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just want to, after Billie Jean Cup, do you have other plans for the year? Which other tournaments? Do you know yet?
After this tournament, I think in July, from July to August, I'll be playing international tournaments, ITFs. Those ones, I'm pretty sure they're like J60s in Harare and Botswana.
In Harare in Botswana. I grew up in Botswana, so I know the area really, really well. Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. One day we'll have a muckabout. Not now, because you're focused on a tournament, but maybe later on.
Yes.
I see if I still got it. Woo! I'm embarrassed.
Yes, you can.
Well, I just want to wish you all the best. Christine Mwaka, 14 years old. By the way, Wanjii said Christine is the next Angela Okutoi. How does that mean? Oh, sorry, Melissa. Sorry, Christine is your mom. Melissa is the next Angela Okutoi. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel really good, and it motivates me to push even harder.
You have the skill. Is tennis hard? Do you think it's hard?
Well, honestly, like since I've been playing it for a long time, I don't think it's that hard.
It's natural.
Yeah,
It comes
it's
to you
just
natural.
yes.
Yeah. Well, we got your eye on you, man. Maybe you're the next Serena. Huh? Yeah? The sky is the limit. I just want to say thank you for speaking to us. Melissa Mwaka. I don't want to get your name wrong. Melissa Mwaka. I want people to remember your name, you know, because we're going to see it in lights. Your coaches have confidence. Federation has confidence. Your mom has confidence. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
All right, that is Melissa Mwaka, 14 years old. Don't forget her name. She is playing for Team Kenya this week and yeah, already winning international tournaments. But yeah, thanks for speaking to me.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So that has been Radull live at the Nairobi Club. The Billie Jean King Cup is taking place this entire week, so make sure you support them. And thank you for watching Radull live. We will see you again next week. Bye-bye.